Okay, back to like a slow burning fire, and we'll be going into part 3, May 1988, and we'll be doing chapter 11, and chapter 11 is called Freddy's Backyard. The last couple of weeks have been a blur of exams, work, DJing, and ball hockey. The season just started with the guys from work. I play defense, and it's my third season, and I still haven't scored a goal. Even Bob the goalie shot it into an empty net once. After our second year, we had an awards banquet, and I got most improved player, which means you suck, but not as much as you did last year. I just wrote my last exam the other day, so it's 4 years at Carleton done, degree in English, teachers college in the fall, if I get in, and it's a big if, because last year you had to have a 90 average, and that's not me, never has been. After my last exam, I walk out of the gym into a sunny spring day, expecting to feel something. The sun feels good as I walk along the canal to my car, but that's it. No band playing, nothing. So I drive to the Prescott to celebrate with an all-dressed pizza and a quart of blue. I sit at a square table reading the paper. I read an article about 2 guys from Carleton who were twins, but when they were born, there was a hospital mix-up and they were separated and raised by 2 different families. They met at Carleton when this girl who knew both of them got them together, and they were blown away. They had so many similarities, the girl said. It put an end to the nature-nurture debate. The waiter asks how many plates, and I say just 1, and he says, "Been there," and returns with a quart of blue and my square pizza, and I read the sports while eating a wicked pizza all by myself. The next night is a Friday, and there's no party to DJ, so after work, I drive to Julie's to pick her up and take her to a backyard barbecue thing at Freddy's, even though it's still cold out. I get to Julie's, and her mom gives me a silver mug with my name and 1988 engraved on it. We eat vanilla cake with vanilla icing and congratulations written on it in red letters, and it makes me feel good, like the sentence finally got the punctuation mark it needed. I thank Julie's mom, and it's off to Freddy's. The drive across the city is starting to feel almost okay. I still take deep breaths and check the mirror, then check again, but not as much. Mostly, I keep that night in the back of my mind and leave it there where it belongs. We're driving to Freddy's house, and Julie's telling me about how after 2 years of university, she's still not sure what to major in. And I say, yeah, that's tough. That's it, she says. That's tough. I don't know. Just go with what you like. Maybe psych. I don't know. But usually you do know, she says. Like, I was thinking about not even going back this year till that night when we had that talk in my driveway. Yeah, that night, but I didn't say much. We just talked. But we talked forever. You turned the car off and even the music, and you listened to me. It was nice. You made me feel so much better. Yeah, so it all worked out. You had a good year, and now, but I have to pick a major and pick all my classes, and I don't know what to do, and you're not saying anything. You're just looking out the window, all I don't know. But we're talking about it right now. My elbow is resting on the console between our seats, and I reach for her hand, but it's not where it usually is, so there's nothing to grab. We never talk anymore, she says, not like we used to, and we barely see each other. I know you've been busy, but every time I call you, there's some reason why we can't get together. It's making me think something's up, like with you, or maybe us, or maybe something's bugging you and you're not telling me. And how am I supposed to? Nothing's bugging me. I say, it's fine. I've just been busy, lots going on. I don't know. Let's talk about this later. It's always later with you, never now. I say nothing and she says nothing, and suddenly the air is heavy and thick and I don't know what to say or do. So I reach my arm out and turn up the volume on the music. We drive in silence for a few long seconds, and then in a flat, even voice, Julie says, "What song is this?" "Lou Reed," I say. "Romeo Had Juliet. It's great." "Is this the one with that line about the spark?" "Yeah, the end of the song. I love that line." "What is it again?" It goes, "Something flickered for a minute, then it vanished and was gone." What do you think he means?" She says. "Like what flickered?" "I think he means like every moment, everything we experience, it just sort of flickers and then it floats away. Like you're in that moment in the present and something happens, and just like that, it's in the past. Time moves on, and so do our lives, and nothing's permanent. Every moment, everything we experience, it just sort of flickers, then it's gone." Do you think he's right? Because it's like depressing to think that way, that everything just goes away. It makes you think that nothing matters. I think what he means is that it happened and the moment's gone, but it's still part of us. Like that moment, it came and went, but it's all life is, a series of moments that stay with us and make us who we are. Like who we are is just all those moments stacked up together and they make up our lives. You mean, she says, all those moments, like even the bad stuff we go through, it all stays with us forever? Yeah, but it's not just the bad stuff, it's the good stuff too. Like time moves on, and the bad stuff we go through, it fades, and it's not a stab anymore. And the good stuff, we hang on to it. We hang on to it all, and it stays with us. And yeah, but doesn't it all stay with us? Like everything? Yeah, I say, but I think maybe the pain you feel from the bad things you experience kind of eases as time goes by. And you got to find a way to let all those bad things float away over time so they don't ruin the moment you're in right now. So you have to find a way to like settle into the moment. Because in an instant, that moment flickers. And for a short time, it's all we have. And right then, it's all that matters. So we have to find a way to live in it. Maybe you're lucky and it's one of those sweet moments where you get a chill down your spine and you feel alive and amazing. Yeah, right, she says. Too bad the guy can't sing. That's just Lou's style. He tells it like he's sitting beside you, like in a bar or something. Yeah, because he can't sing. The song ends. Now the song ends and the Bangles' September Girls comes on, and Julie says, that's better. She can sing. We get to Freddy's parents' house and go into the backyard. Freddy's got 6 lawn chairs in a circle on the deck. Julie and I sit next to Glenmore and his girlfriend with Freddy's girlfriend across the way. Freddy comes out of the house onto the deck and yells out, my gay friend's here. He picks me up and squeezes the air out of my lungs until I say enough. We eat and talk about school and who's up to what this summer and what's up next. Then Glenmore gets out his guitar and plays some tunes while we try to sing along. Glenmore is in the middle of Stand By Me and we're messing up the words and he yells out, you guys need to do your homework, need to learn your music, learn it good and sing it right. Julie laughs and I laugh and she looks at me and grabs my hand, which makes me think maybe nothing's changed. The night's over and I'm backing out of the driveway. I swing out to my right and I'm pressing play to get some tunes when I crash into a parked car. I look at Julie and say, shit. I assume the car belongs to the house it's parked in front of, so I walk to the door and knock lightly. A light comes on and an older woman opens the door. She smiles. I'm sorry to bother you so late, but I was backing out of the driveway next door and I kind of ran into the car that's parked in front of your house. I'm assuming it's yours. I'm really sorry. Oh, she says. Yes, it is. She looks past me towards the car. Is everything all right? Are you okay? No, I'm fine. In the car, it's not too bad, just a little banged up on the driver's side by the door. I've got my license if you want to write it down, or no, that's fine, she says. She smiles again. She has a grace about her, a warmth. It's okay with you. I'll pay for the damage, like instead of going through insurance. So when you get it fixed, tell them, and I'll go there and pay. Is that okay? Well, my husband takes care of the cars, she says. I think it would be best if you talk to him about it. He's at work, but he'll be here tomorrow in the afternoon. Sure. I'm off work at 4. Could I come by after then? That's fine, she says. Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel bad that it's okay, she says. It's just a car. I'm sure everything will be fine. She smiles again. Thanks. So I'll come by tomorrow after 4. Thanks. I get in the car and Julie says, how did it go? And I tell her, good, really nice lady, going to come by tomorrow, work it out with her husband. Nice that she was so good about it, she says. Yeah, she was great, like it was no big deal. She even said it's just a car. The next day after work, I drive to the lady's house and ring the bell. She opens the door. Oh, hello, she says. My husband had to run out, but he said to tell you not to worry about the car. He looked at it and he didn't think it was too bad, so everything's fine. He said he'd take care of it. Really? You sure? It's a pretty big dent and it was totally my fault. Maybe I could. It's okay, she says. My husband said there's no need to worry about it. It was our son's car and it's not used much anyway. So, well, maybe I can talk to your son? It's okay, she smiles. My son, he isn't with us anymore. He died last fall, October 19th. It was a Monday. Oh, it's fine, she says, and then another smile. It was an accident. hunting with his dad and his uncles on the Quebec side. Last fall? I say, that's awful. Wait a minute. Was it out near Maniwaki? I think I remember hearing about something out that way. Denis. Denis was your son? Yes, she says. Denis was my son. Maniwaki. Yes. Oh, I'm really sorry. Went to high school with Denis. He was a grade above me, but I remember him. Denis, man, we had woodshop together. Such a nice guy. Thank you, she says. And you remember Denis? Yeah. He made a guitar in that class. It was really nice. Last day of class, he played this song on it, Limelight, I think, by this band, Rush. It sounded great. He plugged the guitar into this amp and played, and yeah, it was so good. He even sang right there in shop class. It was so cool. He wore this jean jacket with the Rush logo on the back, and remember we had the same boots, me and him, Kodiaks. He used to tuck the bottom of his jeans into the back of his boots, so I started doing that too. Yeah, he was older than us, but like really nice, such a good guy. Yeah, I remember him well. She smiles. Yes, so that was Denise's car. Yeah, I say, I'm really sorry. I don't, well, if your husband changes his mind, he won't change his mind. It's fine, she says. And thank you for letting us know about it. You seem like a fine boy. It was nice to hear about Denise's guitar. It's still there in his room. He loved that guitar. Anyway, thank you. And it really is okay. Everything is okay. Well, thanks again. I really appreciate it. And I'm, really sorry about Denise. Thank you, she says. That's very kind of you. I want to put my arms out and hug her, but instead I nod, smile, turn away, and leave. I get in my car and flip the visor up. Before I put the car in drive, I rub my eyes and rub them some more. I put my sunglasses on and look out the windshield and stare into the sun. I put the car in drive and ease my foot down on the gas pedal. As I slowly drive away, I glance into the rearview mirror and see a woman with a broken heart standing on her doorstep, arms folded across her chest, looking up into the sky. And that is the end of chapter 11.